What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got an absolutely sick Gladiator Beast play for you guys to check out. I think you Glad fans out there are really going to enjoy this because it really showcases how powerful and maybe how legitimate the archetype could have become if it wasn't for the new rules and regulations that we're going to be getting soon in the TCG with link formats, and as we inch closer to the official start of the werent era. Those are really going to hurt Gladiator Beast, or I'll say this, they really hurt the playability of the new Gladiator Beast fusion monsters. You guys know I talked about those. They're the ones that were played in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 anime. The Battle Beast used them in the TV show, and when I looked at them, I saw some potential. I was like, yeah, these cards have a very high ceiling, but they're like, you know, kind of impossibly difficult to summon. And the thing that I did not realize about them is how incredibly potent the cards are and how they can just completely snowball the game out of control. Like, I've never seen Glad formats, any format you can think of, I have never seen Glads with this much offense. This is actually disgusting what the deck can actually do. I'm talking you can summon Grazaris like 3 times in 1 turn easily. So I'm going to roll this, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The competition in this match is not the greatest. He's playing Pendulum Magicians, but it's not like the greatest build of Pendulum Magicians. The main thing is I saw the Dragon's Mirror in his opening hand, and I was like, what the cap are you doing, bro? You're not supposed to be running Dragon's Mirror and no damn Pendulum Magicians, because every time I look at a replay, I always judge the competition. And a lot of times people show me a deck beating a really terrible deck, but this one was kind of special. So let's go ahead and roll this. I believe that Pendulum Magicians are up first, and it's not like the greatest opening hand, mainly because the Dragon's Mirror is just, I don't really know what he's doing with that, especially turn 1. He special summons the Astrograph Sorcerer, and I thought that maybe he was thinking, even if I lose my Astrograph, I'll just summon it back and maybe I can make some advantage with Sky Iris. It's one of those, I'm not making a very strong board, but if I can live a turn, then I can get somewhere. And you look at the Gladiator Beast player's hand, it's not really that strong, guys, or at least it doesn't look that way, right? I mean, the dude has 3 copies of Gladiator Beast Noxious in his opening hand. This is a level 5 monster, so it's not like you're going to be normal summoning it, and it only special summons itself with its effect when your opponent attacks you directly. It's basically like Gladiator Beast Battle Fader. So I mean, 3 copies of it, that's terrible in your opening hand. You would think that he bricked, or did he? Obviously he has Prisma plus Test Tiger, which was a power play that really defined the Glad form, and that's what he's going to go for. You Prisma, you drop a copy of Bestiari, you contact out for what's it called, or excuse me, you tag out for Darius, and then you contact out for Grazaris, which is perfectly fine, right? You think, okay, Cap, what is 1 Grazaris? Really not that big of a deal. Obviously, the guy's pendulum scales are protected from the Sky Iris, so not that much damage. He can summon back the Astrograph. It's really not that big of a deal, but this is where shit just like starts spiraling out of control. He summons 2 copies of Augustus. If you guys don't know what Augustus is the big level 8 Gladiator Beast monster. It's kind of weird if you draw it, but it's the one that special summons Glads from your hand. Thus, he can summon 2 copies of those Noxious in his hand to the field, and each one of their effects is going to trigger. It's basically foolish burial for Gladiator Beast. So none of these cards are like hard once per turns either, so just keep that in mind. So he's going to summon both of them. They're both going to trigger, and then he's going to contact 3 of them out for Animate and excuse me, Andabante. This guy right here, this is one of the new fusions, and it's gonna summon Grazaris out. Grazaris, this is the 2nd sighting of Grazaris. It's probably the same copy of Grazaris. That's gonna blow up the copy of Sky Iris, and then he tags out those 2 monsters for a copy of Tamer. He's going to summon a 3rd Grazaris. He's gonna blow up the field, and then he tags out those same 2 monsters that he just summoned for another Tamer, and then he's actually able to activate Tamer's effect again and summon Heraklinos, which when you really look at this, it's like, bro, so this is actually kind of stupid. The fact that you can use a Grazaris, you can summon Grazaris from your extra deck with any of these new fusion monsters. You can basically blow up 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field, then you can tag those monsters out for a different Gladiator Beast, and that can summon another Grazaris. It's like, it is actually pretty stupid, especially considering none of these cards are like hard once per turns, or at least I know the Tamer is not a hard once per turn, which is actually kind of disgusting. And you see right here, not only is he able to end with a Heraklinos, so, you know, granted, this guy, he already had a really shitty Dragon's Mirror in his hand, and then he top decked another one. I actually feel really bad for him. But even if he would have drawn something like a Regeki, or if he would have had 2 Pendulum Scales, maybe he draws like a Pot of Desires. Obviously, he's being locked out by Heraklinos being able to discard and negate anything. And if you allow the Glad Beast player to keep their field intact, you know, they get to just act activate these tamers again and again. You see he summons another Heraclinos, he exceeds for a Titanic Galaxy. I think this was completely unnecessary, and then he's just going to kill him. At that point, I believe he would have had easily, with the second Heraclinos, he would have had easily over 10,000 damage, probably somewhere, because Heraclinos is like 3,000 attack, right? So he probably would have been somewhere close to like 12,000 damage, so easily being able to OTK his opponent. But it actually is kind of crazy. You saw that first turn, how he was able to Grazaris his opponent 3 times and still end with 3 fusion monsters, including a lockdown Heraclinos. So yeah, Gladiator Beast might have actually been, been able to become a legitimate deck, but obviously none of these things are going to be like possible, because you guys know obviously the extra monster zone. So these new Gladiator Beast fusion monsters are basically going to be unplayable because of the new rules. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Konami will make, I just can't see them making a Gladiator Beast Link monster. I think if they're getting new support, like, I just can't see it. But I'm hoping and crossing my fingers that maybe Konami will make like a field spell that will get put like the 2 that basically will like open up your old, or open up all your zones, and it'll kind of be like playing regular Yu-Gi-Oh, but maybe they'll like semi-limit it or something like that. Anyways, just wanted to show you guys a really fun play with Glads, because I've never really seen Glads pop off like this. I've seen maybe 2 Grazaris in one turn, but usually that's with like Soul Charge or something like that. I've never seen somebody do a triple Grazaris. So anyways, thank you guys for watching as always, and subscribe if you have not already.